A tricky surveillance expert causes all kinds of problems for Crockett and Tubbs on today's Miami Vice. Lend Me an Ear was directed by James Quinn and was written by Dick Wolf and Michael Duggan, the team that brought us my two least favorite episodes of Season 3 thus far, Better Living Through Chemistry and Baby Blues. This episode is a huge improvement. A seaplane owned by a drug dealer named Dykstra delivers what Vice thinks is a shipment of drugs to a speedboat piloted by a man named Lucardo. When Tubbs and Crockett move in for the bust, the seaplane flies off, and Lucardo flees in the speedboat. A boat chase set to Be My Enemy by the Water Boys ensues. Lucardo's boat takes a sharp turn too quickly, flies out of the water, and slides down the street. Crockett and Tubbs find Lucardo in the beached boat, with his neck broken and the drugs missing. Vice had gotten wind of the delivery due to a wiretap on Dykstra's phone. Suspecting Vice has him bugged, Dykstra, who is played by Greek actor Yorgo Voyagis, wants his mansion swept for listening devices. So while Bruce Willis's cover of the soul classic Respect Yourself plays, a surveillance expert named Duddy bops around Dykstra's very 80s mansion while sweeping for bugs. Duddy is played by John Glover, who is one of those actors I am always delighted to see. He's had a long and varied career, but he's probably best known for playing Lex Luthor's awesomely evil dad on Smallville. Duddy fries all of Vice's bugs and convinces Dykstra to invest in all kinds of fancy counter-surveillance measures like voice scramblers. Vice needs to install fresh new bugs, so Crockett gets the brilliant idea of bringing in a problematic and unpredictable former cop who happens to be a surveillance expert and also happens to be Duddy. Crockett and Tubbs drop by Duddy's high-tech home while The Battle of the Little Man by World Party plays. Duddy, who is eccentric and, as one might expect of a surveillance expert, extremely paranoid, agrees to help Vice for a steep price. Crockett, Tubbs, and Switek install Duddy's new souped-up bugs in Dykstra's mansion, while Climb by Peter Himmelman plays. Suspecting he's been bugged again, Dykstra calls Duddy once more, who sweeps the place and removes all of the bugs that Vice just planted, but secretly plants a few of his own. While hanging out with Duddy, Dykstra gets the idea to use Duddy's voice stress analyzer, a lie detector in other words, to see if his girlfriend has been sleeping around. The analyzer suggests she's been unfaithful, so Dykstra kills her in front of Duddy. Horrified, Duddy anonymously reports the murder to the police, using a distorter to disguise his voice. With their bugs removed, Vice calls in Duddy yet again to give them more devices. Dykstra meets with a man named McGregor, who wants his help moving some cash out of the country. Working on his own to secretly help Vice take down Dykstra, Duddy takes a bunch of innocent phone conversations he's recorded from Dykstra and edits together a tape of a phony, incriminating conversation with McGregor. As an aside, I absolutely love seeing Duddy slicing apart magnetic tape with a razor blade and splicing it back together with tape to create an entirely new recording, which is a marvelous blend of what was then high-tech with very low-tech. Duddy secretly plays his faked tape at Dykstra's house so Vice's wiretaps will pick it up, which Duddy assumes will give them enough evidence to arrest Dykstra. However, unbeknownst to Duddy, Dykstra has already murdered McGregor. The police coroner determines that McGregor was already dead before the faked call was recorded by Vice. Crockett realizes Vice has been played by Duddy. Meanwhile, Dykstra has brought in a different sweeper and has found Duddy's listening devices, so Dykstra realizes he's been played by Duddy as well. Dykstra and his henchmen show up at Duddy's house to kill him, but they're outfoxed by Duddy's electronic devices, giving Duddy the chance to shoot and kill Dykstra. Crockett and Tubbs arrest Duddy for mucking up their investigation, but no charges are filed. Duddy gets away scot-free, but Crockett leaves him an ominous video recording suggesting he's being watched, which plays into his paranoia. The themes of surveillance and paranoia are really good in this episode. Duddy's scheme of playing Vice and Dykstra against each other to double his profits is fun to watch unfolding. The episode is helped along by a big, energetic performance by John Glover, who makes Duddy a delightful character. The episode also has some nice visual touches. Pink and pastel green have always been the signature colors of Miami Vice. Everything from the original logo to the walls of Castillo's office follow this color scheme. This episode takes it to a ludicrous yet awesome extent by saturating the walls of both Duddy's and Dykstra's homes in vivid pink and green lights during the nighttime scenes. It's a very cool and unusual effect. All in all, this is a great contribution to Season 3, and I'm giving it 4 flamingos. Next time, Tubbs flips out and quits the force after a string of cop killings. I hope to see you back here then. Find me on Twitter to chat about this episode, and have a great week.